olvidamos.
All righty. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to this special episode of Brownsville Tech Live. It is the Super Bowl and it is the playoffs, and we are down to the conference championships coming up here shortly. And once again, in the house tonight is my co host and my best friend, usually most of the time, Mr. Steve Rodriguez. Steve,
What's
welcome
up,
back.
Dan? Thanks for having me again, and thanks for those comments. I think, but one day, hey, the Dallas Cowboys are there. Did you see them? Huh?
What?
You didn't see the Dallas Cowboys?
No, where were they?
Yeah, they're there.
Where?
Man, oh my gosh, they're
They're
at
sitting.
every game.
They're sitting on the couch.
Hey, they're at the 50-yard line, bro.
They're at the
But they're
50-yard
there.
line in front of their 85-inch TV.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. But they're there. All
But
right,
they're there, right?
they're
They're
there.
there.
Huh?
They're
And
reviewing
heart,
all.
spirit, and soul.
That's right. They're reviewing all the plays so that they can figure out what they need to do this coming year, because this coming year is going to
It is
be
already.
our year, with or
Yes.
without a
Yes.
coach, one way or
With
the
or
other.
without. All right.
You
See?
know,
Huh? Just like the bad news Bears, it'll be the bad news Cowboys.
that's right.
And and look,
Well,
see, I mean, we're wearing my Dallas Cowboys shirt. See,
well,
where's
I'm not.
yours?
Well, it's over there. I haven't worn it.
That's the problem.
You
See,
know.
so you're not a real Cowboys fan, my friend.
No, what happened was that, as you know, I have back-to-back shows tonight, so I couldn't switch and change right away. So
That's your excuse.
that's my excuse, and I'm
All
sticking to
right.
it.
All right. Well,
But
so tell me, who won? Who didn't
well,
win?
let's go ahead and flip over to our other screen, and
All
we will
right, let's do
look
it.
at
Hey, did you bring popcorn today?
no popcorn. No
Dude, did
pop.
you hear? It's
What?
National Popcorn Day.
It is. Oh, yeah. You know what? I
You
should have.
didn't go get some?
I should have, because I have a friend in
Oh,
Los Fresnos who sells popcorn.
what?
Yep,
Huh?
the big country kettle corn down in Los Fresnos, by the way.
No, no,
Right?
no, 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 no. It was National Popcorn Day, right? At Cinemark.
Oh,
So you take any size bucket, right? And they would fill it for $5.
oh wow.
You should have seen the people. I
Andaban como
went.
buitres.
I went.
You went to the
People
movies.
llevaban charolas de tamales.
Did you have to? Did you have to watch a movie?
No. You don't buy the popcorn.
Really? I didn't know you could
People
do
had
that. I thought you had to go.
igloos.
I thought you had to have a ticket to get into the concessions.
No.
Well, that's a good
Bro,
way to actually go get a beer there. You can't buy
a
beer
beer?
anywhere else. Yeah, you can't buy beer at the food court, but you can buy beer at Cinemark.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, they expanded to beer first, and now they've got Pizza Hut. So,
Interesting.
not that I drink beer, because I don't, right?
So how do you know about that?
Because I see it when I've gone to the movies.
You
Just
been
like
to the
I,
movies?
yeah, well, not lately, but I'm not a person that goes eats pizza at the movies either. I'll tell you
Mhm.
what my thing is. It's a Coke, a pickle, nachos, and a small popcorn with lots of butter. I gotta have all those. So
Why
I start,
small?
because I don't want to have a big popcorn. So what I do is I eat my popcorn first, a little bit, halfway, so half a bag, and then I jump over to my pickle, and I eat half of the pickle, and then I go for the nachos, and then I eat all the nachos, and then I come back to the pickle, and of course I drink my Coke for the majority of the
Mm.
movie. I never finish it for whatever reason. So
Wow.
yeah, and
Well,
then
a
and
lot
of
of
course
people
I
were having
and then of course I have to go
buckets.
for a pee break in between the movie. So.
A lot of people were having buckets and buckets and buckets, dude. Charolas y charolas de empty charolas. They were filling it up for $5.
Well, the problem is that when you buy popcorn at the store, right, the microwave popcorn, it doesn't taste like the stuff coming off the theater. It never does. You know, even I have a popcorn machine. It doesn't come out the same. It doesn't. So there's something different about the popcorn machine at the movie theater for some reason.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know. All I know is that hey, my wife made me take her and the kids, and we spent $30 there.
Wow. Well, yeah, concessions at the movies are expensive. No doubt about
It
that.
was 3 popcorns, right? Any size, and 2 ices.
And by the way, folks, the comments are open if anybody wants to chime in. I
I
remembered this
saw.
time to turn them on, and they're on auto, so you can say whatever you want, and I'm not going to filter it this time. So,
What?
no, I'm going to be
All right.
nice.
So anyway, going back to the games.
Yeah, let me
Who played?
hold on. Let me get there. Hold on. I got to turn on my screen here. All righty. Well, basically where we're at is Buff. It is Kansas City and Buffalo on the AFC side. And let me get to hold on so I can give a little bit of a highlight of what it was here. ESPN. I have to go to ESPN because there's a more trusted source. So basically, there was a couple of games for the divisional playoffs. As you know, we went from the wild card playoffs to the divisional playoffs. And at the divisional playoffs, there was the Kansas City Chiefs against the Houston Texans. And obviously, the Houston Texans are really pissed off because they claim that the referees were really being, one-sided when it came to that game. I didn't watch the game, and I was really PO'd about it because it was on ABC. And of course, as most of you know, I refuse to get cable. One thing, because I'm a poor podcaster, and second of all, because I refuse to pay the cable companies money. So I have an off the air antenna, but for whatever reason, I could not get ABC yesterday. So I wasn't able to watch the game. I only read about it. But basically, it was the Kansas City Chiefs against the Houston Texans at Arrowhead Stadium. I don't even know how cold it was, but I've got relatives that live in Kansas City, and it was like 20 degrees yesterday. So I assume it was pretty cold for the Texans. They're not used to playing in that kind of weather, obviously.
So you're making excuses for them already.
Of course,
I
you
just want
know.
to be sure.
I mean, they froze their nuts off. Of course, who could play in
Sir,
those
this is a
conditions?
family show, sir.
I never
Once
said
again,
I never said
all
the
right?
other word. I said nuts. That could mean many things.
Oh, really?
Yes, it could mean
Okay.
pecans, walnuts, cashews.
Okay. So it's good that you're making excuses for them, but they need no excuses.
No,
They lost.
no. I mean, the Texas team could have won, but they lost.
How?
I don't know. I'm just saying. But
Dude, that game was over before it started.
of course, Patrick Mahomes. What can we say? Patrick Mahomes once again.
It
So
was
the
over
Chiefs.
before it started,
So
sir.
the Chiefs. Did you watch it?
I
You
I
watched the other Texas team?
I was
Wow.
watching Kansas City
No, so you were rooting for that other team instead of your
or
own.
Patrick Mahomes or
Oh my,
Patrick.
oh my gosh.
Hmm?
Well,
That's how much displeasure and dislike I have for that other team.
oh my gosh. And you've got relatives that live in Houston. How can you say that?
Hey, and I
Some of
just
our
said it.
biggest fans are in Houston. How can you say
Hey,
that?
hey, hey, hey. But it is what it
You're going to
is.
make us
They
lose.
lost.
You're going to make us
All right.
lose fans because of your opposition to that other
Oh well.
Texas team.
Oh well.
So the Chiefs won 23-14 over the Texans, and that led them through to the conference championship game. And of course, no surprise, the Bills beat the Ravens 27 to 25. So on the AFC side, I believe January 26th, if I'm reading that correctly, the AFC Conference Championship will be between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Buffalo Bills. So, what do you think is going to be the outcome of that game?
Kansas City.
Of course, Kansas City. I was very, very surprised on the NFC side, though. I
Makes
was
two
ex-
of us.
I was expecting the Lions, the first seed of the NFC, to beat easily the sixth seed, the Washington Commanders. And surprise, surprise, the Washington Commanders pulled the win 45 to 31. That's even with the Lions having a bye week.
But as because of all those turnovers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Eh? It's because of those turnovers.
Yep. they'll eat them alive.
Yep. I believe Gerald Goff, instead of doing what he was supposed to be doing, he was passing it to the other team.
It almost was a Dak season with intercepts. How many interceptions did he
Yes.
have? I didn't watch the game. Do you know how many interceptions?
Why not?
Huh?
Why not?
You know how my schedule is these days, so.
All right, you're a busy man.
Yeah. Somebody is, hold on, texting me real quick. Give me a second here.
Somebody's watching. Yeah. You good?
Yeah. I know. I'm getting a text message.
I just saw.
Let me go downstairs for 1 second.
Do what you gotta do. All right, I'll entertain the people.
All right, hold on.
Well, as you know, ladies and gentlemen, right? You like Kansas City is gonna play Buffalo, and Washington is gonna play Philadelphia. My personal opinion is I hope Washington takes it, but Philadelphia has a pretty strong team, in my opinion. So Philadelphia against Kansas City is my prediction. I would hope it would be Washington against Kansas City, but I don't see that happening. So, yes, I see that. I see it. So, it's interesting that those teams have gotten to the playoffs, but it is what it is. And I believe on February the 6th, I believe, that's when it should come to play. You know, but yeah, Washington against Philadelphia, Kansas City against Buffalo.
I had somebody at my door, and they were, so. Okay, so basically, the Lions lost to the Washington Commanders. And for my good friend Trevor, I'm sorry. I know you were probably very, very looking forward to your Lions winning. But unfortunately, you're going to have to sit out the Super Bowl another year. So just like the Cowboys, Trevor, it wasn't the Lions' year either.
That's 2 years in a row, right? Your mic is low, Dan.
It is?
That's what so if you were saying. And you say you have comments up? I don't see them.
Yeah, some of the comments I'm not going to be able to
Yeah,
to post, right? So can you hear me now?
I hear you fine. I don't know, Mr. Villa. Did you hear him? Say something. So, hey, I was telling the people that, hey, my take is Kansas City against Philadelphia. That's my take.
Kansas City against Philadelphia.
Yeah. And the only reason is Saquon Barkley on Philadelphia, and Philadelphia has a pretty good team. Even though the quarterback in Washington is pretty good.
There's no doubt that the Washington Commanders should fold to the Eagles, right? I mean,
yeah.
There's no doubt.
I remember a little bit better, they say. I remember Washington just ran all over the boys.
Yeah, they did.
So that's why I wish the Eagles would just run all over Washington, and then the Eagles go and take it to Patrick.
Yeah,
that's my take.
And so, what's your prediction if it's Eagles versus Chiefs?
The Eagles.
The Eagles.
I will always go for the NFC. I'll never go for AFC, regardless.
Why?
Oh, that other team from Texas is on the AFC. So
Oh, but you're always gonna have another team from Texas on the AFC.
yeah, but they're in the AFC. If they were in the NFC, it'd be different.
Ay, ay, ay.
See?
You're just biased towards the NFC.
Yes, sir. And I show it.
You know, you don't want Patrick Mahomes to win another ring.
No,
Ay, ay,
no, no.
ay.
So
Ay, ay, ay.
what's your take?
I think it is going to be the Eagles versus the Chiefs.
And who do you think's gonna win?
My hopes are that the Chiefs win.
What?
Yes,
Why?
because I like the Chiefs. I like Patrick Mahomes. He deserves it.
What
He deserves it.
the?
He deserves another ring.
How many do they have now?
Isn't it two? With Patrick
I
has
thought it was
two.
3.
No, I thought this is gonna be the third one. Isn't it gonna be the third one? Fact check.
Oh.
Fact check. Well, you don't have to fact check. A little. Mr. Villarreal says it's a little better.
Yeah, I saw that.
It should be good. It should be good because the problem is this machine. I had to reboot in the last podcast because it got overheated, and so you know. But yep,
Dude, I'm 3P. So 2.
it's a three-peat.
So they have 2.
They have two. Yeah, so he's got
Yeah.
2 rings. Yeah,
Yeah, it's 2. So
Yeah.
this will be the third one if they get it.
yeah. So he should. If KC wins Super Bowl, NFL is rigged according to Mister.
It is rigged.
According to Ramiro. Where are the where are the comments appearing? They should be appearing somewhere on the screen.
You have them hidden.
Oh, I do have them hidden. Hold on. How am I getting? Hold on.
There we go.
Yeah. 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 So basically, I believe the Chiefs are going to take it. I still believe the Chiefs are going to take it. You know,
I would hope you are wrong. All right.
you know. I mean, I believe that, it's very hard to go against Patrick Mahomes. In
Yeah.
fact, I wouldn't be surprised if they made it to a 4th Super Bowl.
You're already predicting a 4th one? They haven't even won the 3rd one. You're already predicting. So it is rigged.
No, it's not rigged. It's just the better team.
Just like the elections. It's rigged.
No, the elections weren't rigged. That was for the other show you were supposed to be on. But
I wasn't invited.
Well, I wasn't
I wasn't invited to that one.
I wasn't invited because I didn't want to raise your blood pressure up.
My blood pressure doesn't get raised. Hey,
Besides,
it's all good though.
I didn't want to rub salt on the Democrats any longer. So
Hey, we don't have insurrections. Daniel, turn up your mic.
It is up. It is up.
Hey.
Yeah, I mean, hold on.
We don't go storming the Capitol.
Huh?
We don't go storming the Capitol.
Well, that's to be debated, right?
Hey. So what's your score prediction?
Oh, you're wanting me to make score predictions?
Yeah.
No, I'm not going to make any because I haven't studied it long enough, to be honest with you.
Dude, it's for fun. 50% more? What the heck?
No, I can't raise it anymore. It's as far as it's going to go. That's weird. I don't know. So, Mr. Villarreal, what do you think the score is going to be in a KC Eagles matchup? What do you think the score is going to be? Let's have the audience make the decision.
Yeah, that would be good. To all those people watching,
and to anybody else watching,
the score's going to be?
What do you think the score's going to be? I don't have a crystal ball tonight.
I said 35-28.
35 the Eagles versus
Uh-huh.
28 the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yep.
Well,
So 35-28 is my prediction.
yeah.
Right? And it's gonna be in New Orleans, right?
Yes, at the Superdome. At the Caesars Superdome. At the Caesars Superdome.
So imagine.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's going to be very very busy on Bourbon Street. That's for sure.
Are you going?
No, I wish I could. I can't afford it. I'm a poor podcaster. Ah, 62-48 with
Oh
Kansas City
my.
winning. Wow. That's a huge score.
Kansas City win. Another Patrick.
No, hombre, se va a creer más Patrick. You know, the only thing about Patrick Mahomes, I'll tell you, like, he really thinks he walks on water, though. Have you seen how he does his little walk? You in his
No.
suit? Yeah, you know.
No.
Se cree la gran cosa. You know?
Well, I guess when you win 2 Super Bowls back to back.
Yeah. But oh well, you know.
It is what it is.
So is Taylor Swift going to be there? That is the big question.
She'll be there.
Now, it'd be really interesting if the Buffalo Bills pull a surprise and actually win, right?
That would be an upset.
I think we haven't still recovered from they played Dallas. You know.
That would be an upset.
Right? Yeah. I mean, the only thing about Baltimore, I'm sorry, not the Chiefs. Where would are they playing at KC?
I think they have home field. See, hey Daniel, what's going on with yours, huh?
There's nothing going on with mine. It's perfect.
There we go. I just heard it.
Heard what?
Your voice went up and down, so something's up.
Well, if I move up and away, yeah, it will go back and forth. But remember, we had a power outage during the Starship launch on Thursday. So I've been having a few issues since then. So maybe something got messed up.
Ramiro, I think he just making excuses. Right?
I'm not. It did happen. It did happen. We did lose power thanks to our great utility company.
Watch out, man. They might shut off your utilities.
Well, that's what happened. The power went out, and then the internet.
Well, did you pay the bill?
Of course. I had to double check to make sure I had paid the bill. That and the internet, right? But when I even got here, when I got back on Friday, there's my.
Oh yeah, I forgot you were traveling around the state.
I was traveling the triangle, right? And when I got back, when I turned everything back on, what wasn't working was my audio capture box, and so I had to reconnect it, disconnect it, and reconnect it. So I don't know. Hopefully, it didn't get messed up. You know. So, but I'll check the audio recordings after the show.
Yeah, Ramiro says it's better.
Yeah. Yeah, it should.
But that's still Ramiro 62-48. Kansas City. That's a pretty high.
That's a pretty high score. You know. That is a pretty high score. But we'll see. We'll see. So it's January 26th, which is, let me guess, Sunday. It will be Sunday, this coming Sunday. We're going to have the conference championships between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Bills on the AFC side, and the Eagles and the Commanders on the NFC side. And then the winners of each conference will face each other at New Orleans at the Superdome on February 9th. So it'll be pretty exciting. And then that will conclude our show. And then we will be on vacation for at least 4 months, and then we will be back.
Yes, sir. God willing.
Hopefully with another jersey raffle. So, yep,
Again,
yep.
not bad.
And of course, hopefully with a few new players and a head coach along the way, right?
Yeah.
It'll
The Hall of Famer?
Deion Sanders?
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks like it, huh?
Or Jason Witten?
Yeah. Well, the question is, I don't believe that Deion's son will come over. I seriously doubt it. I seriously doubt it, you know. And Bill Belichick, there was some rumor that Bill Belichick hadn't finalized his contract with UNC. But I am not in favor of having any head coach over 60 coach the Dallas Cowboys. That is not
Why?
what we need. Because they're past their prime time.
So you're saying that somebody over 60 is past their prime?
When it comes to
You
football,
just said that.
yes. Yes.
The president of the United States is over 60.
Yeah, but that's different.
How is that different?
Huh?
How
Because
is
he's
that
not
different?
playing football.
He's in charge of the country.
Yeah, but that's different. We're not going to talk about politics, remember?
No. I'm just saying, quoting what you said. You stated a person over 60 is past their prime.
Prime when it comes to coaching an NFL
All
football team.
right. Explain yourself, sir. All right.
Bill Belichick may have a 20-year-old girlfriend, but he can't coach an NFL team any longer. Just like all this clickbait you see out there where, you have all these Jimmy Johnson lovers. Jimmy Johnson is 80 years old if nobody realizes that, right? There's just absolutely no way that I would even consider hiring Jimmy Johnson back.
Why?
Because I don't think it was Jimmy Johnson. It was proven that it wasn't just Jimmy Johnson, right? We would have lost that third Super Bowl if it had just been Jimmy Johnson. That's fact.
All right.
I know people didn't like Barry Switzer, but people forget that Barry Switzer won 12 college conference games.
College.
Yeah, but still.
Not NFL.
Still.
College is one, NFL is another.
Yeah, but still. It's not the coach. Our problem has never been the coach. Our problem is that we have too many prima donnas that are getting paid too much money and they don't have any ambition or hunger.
Well, once they get paid.
Huh?
Once they get paid, they don't have that ambition.
Yeah, and that's the problem. All they want to do is get paid. And they know they're going to get paid. Regardless whether they win or lose, So that's where the problem is. I mean, you could hire a monkey to coach them. But they're not. But if the players don't have any ambition, they don't have any hunger. That's where the problem lies.
Right.
Some people say, well, because the coach is not tough enough. Well, that's what they used to say about Switzer, right? That Switzer's problem was that he was used to coaching college players. And you know what they do to college players. Those chiflan. Big time. So.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So. All righty, everybody. Well, that is it for this special edition. And, Cowboys need Doge departments.
Another fake promises. Empty promises.
Oh, my gosh. There was some rumor that somebody wanted Elon to buy the Cowboys, but...
That was clickbait, sir.
That was clickbait?
Yeah.
I will say that he could buy them, but I don't think he could run them. I don't think Elon knows anything about football. Steve will be happy to finally see that I don't necessarily always Elon everything.
Right.
He could buy them, but I don't think he could coach them. Focus on
Jerry
what.
Jones already said, I'm not studying them. They're my
No,
team.
yeah. And you know what's kind of funny is that I was actually doing some research today because there's been this argument about the general manager position, right? That's the biggest criticism, that everybody says Jerry Jones shouldn't be the general manager. But if I started doing some research across the NFL and come to realize that that's the structure that most of the NFL teams have. There is a
Yep,
separate general manager from the head coach. The head coach's job is to coach. It is not
that's it.
to be the general manager. So whether it's Jerry Jones or Steven Jones or anybody they hire, the head coach cannot be the general manager. He shouldn't be the general manager. He has no business deciding salaries and personnel issues. His job is to get his players on the field, and that's what a head coaching job is. It is not to be the ultimate decider. And besides, it's his team. It's his money. Jerry Jones, in our last podcast, one of the things that I mentioned was that Jerry Jones said that he didn't buy the Cowboys as an investment. He bought it as an occupation. And what did he mean by that? A lot of people don't understand that quote. Most people that have bought NFL teams have been rich guys that only buy them for investment purposes, which means just to make money.
Money.
Okay, they're not
Jerry
involved
Jones didn't need that.
right, in any facet of, they're not involved in any facet of the organization. When Jones bought the team, he bought it because he wanted to be part of the organization, right? So he bought it as an occupation. That's what he meant. So if we want him to take an investor role, well, I wouldn't even do that if I had his money.
Right.
Mark Cuban doesn't do that. Mark Cuban didn't buy the Mavericks just because. I mean, what's his name? Steve Ballmer didn't buy the LA Clippers just as an investment. He's
Nope.
out there. He's out there in the games. He's out there in the front row of the bleachers. So I don't understand why this is such an issue, right? Jerry Jones's job is to make sure he's got the money available to acquire the talent wherever it comes from. That's his job. His job is to hire and fire, period. And that's what a general manager's job is to do. The head coach is to coach.
Coach.
But, there are some people that are control freaks out there, So, but anyway, that is it for this episode of the Spin Zone. And once again, we'll be back after the conference games to see who are the Super Bowl contenders. So we'll be back probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yes, sir.
Oh, the Doge department would get rid of the prima donna's gravy train. Well, I don't know,
We'll see about that.
Yay. All righty, Mr. Ramiro,
Well,
have a safe trip driving wherever you're at, and we'll see everybody same on Monday, the week after next Sunday. Everybody, have a good evening.
Adios. Have a good night.
Hold on one second. Return.